name's Ben Myles, and I'm black. Okay, I'll give you just a little bit of introduction here. I grew up in New Orleans. I've been here most of my life. I'm turning 90 years old, so I've seen a lot. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So things do not grab me so as it will a younger person. Things that surprise some people at my age, it doesn't surprise me. Racism was here long before I arrived. When we leave, it's going to still be here. I go at things a little bit differently. And I was talking to someone about when they had the sit-ins in New Orleans at F.W. Woolworth. We're going to eat at your counter whether you want us to not. I don't think so. Not Ben Myles. If you don't want to feed me, brother, I ain't coming in. You feed somebody else. I'm not going to pay you for your food and knock the counter down to get to it. So I do things differently. And I found over the years that these things worked for me. If I find out that something isn't working, I will change it. Unless we change someone's thinking, you can pass any kind of law you want. You cannot legislate love. Nothing ever will. Nothing has ever taken the place of it. Nothing will ever take the place of it in the future. If somebody find that answer, let me know, and I will take part in it. I would appreciate it. But over my years that I've been on this planet, I've seen things that just turn my stomach. As a little kid, at the age of 4, I remember when I was as young as 4 years old, I was so afraid of white people because I saw what they did to blacks. If the police would stop a car for a broken tail light or whatever, any little thing, they would yank them out of the car and beat them bloody. Those kinds of things grabbed me at a very early age. And I was so afraid I thought every white person was going to beat me. When I went to the store with my sister, I would hide my face. And I would stand between my sister and the counter. She says, "They're not going to bother you." I didn't believe her. I was scared speechless. And as I grew up, that turned into hate as I got older. I found out over the years that I was not going to live under that kind of law, that kind of treatment. So as a young man, I left. And had I stayed in Louisiana, I would have been dead many, many years ago because I made up my mind that I wasn't going to take it. The shocker for me was when I moved here to Marin almost 70 years ago, and I found some of the, not as severe, but some of the same hate that I saw in Louisiana, I saw here. It doesn't mean every white person hated blacks, or every black person hated white, but the reality was that there were those who thought like that. Whites and blacks, hate has no color, comes from anybody, whites, blacks, you name it. So my thing in life is to try and change people's way of thinking. What do I get out of hating someone? Zero, nothing whatsoever. And I taught my kids, I have 5 children, I taught them never to hate anybody, never to think of themselves as less than anybody, but never more than anybody, but stand their grounds wherever they went. They're a person, they were born a person. They have rights like anybody else. They were born as a human being and they should be respected. If people don't respect me, I just stay away from them. Go your way and I go mine. I'll buy you a hamburger, buy you whatever. I won't hang out with you, but I won't hate you. To hate someone is like giving poison to someone and you're taking the poison yourself. Doesn't work. It never worked. And I can say so many things, but since I've been in Marin, I tell you, I was shocked when I got here and woke up the next morning. I got here like 2 o'clock in the morning in a 41 Chevy. The next morning, when I woke up and saw the dirt and the fog coming over the hill and no grass and the little brown houses here in Marin City, I said, oh my God, where did I go? What in the world is this? But the kicker was, weeks later, trying to move out of here, found out that people would not rent to me. The one guy said he was a contractor. I saw some of his signs where he was building. And I surprised him because he had apartments in Mill Valley for rent. And I went there and I called him on the phone and asked him why wouldn't he rent. He said, because it's a white area. But what he didn't know, I was going to make a trip to his house, which I did. He was not there. The wife and the son was there. They swore to me, oh, he would never do that. I said, he did it to me. That's why I'm here. So I shocked the daylights out of him. That's what I do. If you want to stop war, you stop what it takes to make war. So I want to work on this person's thinking. Not that I hate him, but no, think differently. And I want to find out the next thing. Where do you get your money from to go into business? You go into business, you go to the bank, you borrow money. There's not a pot here from the whites, a pot from the blacks, a pot from the Asians, a pot from the Hispanics. No, that money comes from, you name it, everybody. So if he cannot rent his places to anybody, then I want to stop the money source. That's what I want to do. You can think what you want. If you can't get money, your business is gone. That's what I like to do. My shock here did not teach me that people hated me. It taught me that I had to work on Ben Myles to get some skills where I could make some money. That worked pretty doggone good for me. Is money the whole thing? No, but it covered lots of bases. One of the things when I sat and started to jot down some things that I wanted to say tonight was that the strength of the community depends on homes. Everybody's home, everybody's house. I can live in a tree trunk, I will make it a home, not just a house. And if you get things there, that's where the strength of the community is. If it's not in the homes, where is it? It's not on the television, it's not in Hollywood, it's not in New York, it's in the homes. If you have strong homes, let me tell you, you can do a lot of things and you'll see things differently no matter where you go. And you can just about tell where their homes, where the families are strong, tight. I was raised by a single mother, and in fact, she was a member here. And we didn't have very much, hardly anything. There were 5 of us. I was a baby. And we didn't have like a choice of go to the refrigerator and decide what you're going to eat. No, whatever they cooked, you had to eat. I was a guy who didn't eat meat. I don't buy it today, and I'm just about 90 years old. And my oldest brother told me that I was adopted. I wasn't kin to them. And being the baby, I believed him. I went running to my mom, did you adopt me? No, I didn't adopt you. I said, well, my brother Lawrence said you did. And he called me the rabbit because I ate vegetables, cooked or raw, it didn't matter. And he convinced me that I was not related to them. I believed him, and I mean, he convinced me that that was true. But my whole point here is my mom raised us on very little. We were poor as church mice, but we had respect in the home. We had to have it. There was no war in the homes. There were discussions, there were things that we didn't agree on and stuff, but we had a way of dealing with it. That's the way she brought us up. That's the way I brought my children up. The children had times when we would sit and they would tell us anything they didn't like the previous month. So they did have a chance to discuss with us what they did not like from the previous month. And we heard some surprising things from our children. Children do not come with the manual. They come with, you get what you get. They do their own thinking. You can love your child all you want. They think what they think whenever they get ready. And yes, they're precious, the most precious asset you will ever have. But my thing is, if we teach them right, we will change a whole lot of things. Trying to change laws and change this law and change that. They have laws on the books that say some of everything. Does it work? No. And we live in the most confused world that I've ever seen in my years. And it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And I hope tonight, this is the first one of the meetings that I've attended. I hope over time that we can talk some more and I can say some other things that might surprise some of you, but give you some real facts of what I have faced in life over my years and what I still face in life. And I sit here tonight and I don't ask anybody to feel sorry for me. I have had cancer that was in remission for 14 years and cancer returned. I don't sit down at night and pity myself and look at the wall and say, poor me. I'll go until I drop. That's what I'll do. My thing now is to do what I can to help people to be real people. Not phonies, real people, loving, respecting each other. That changes a lot of things. That'll change the most hated person on this planet. You can do a lot of things in life. Love isn't one of them.